Hey guys, quick update on this 75 truck. I was hoping to just kind of do a video when it was done and just run y'all through it, show you what we did, and take you down the road. But this thing it's been kind of aggravating. I've had to hunt down so many little stupid things, and the guy supposedly took a small block out of this truck and was going to put a 383 back in it. And of course, Tim asked him kind of where everything was, and he said that he took everything he took out, he scrapped it. What a stupid thing to do. I've seen it done before, so who knows? Maybe the guy's being honest. Maybe he just thought, well, hell, I'll just put everything back new. That's a very dumb thing to do. There's so many little parts and pieces that you need that you can't buy aftermarket. And a lot of this stuff you can clean up and make it as good as new or better than new. But anyway, all that aside, we've run into several little snags just trying to, that's like the rear end cover today. I went to AutoZone, bought one for a 12 bolt. That's what this truck should have had in it in 75. Truck's got a 10 bolt. So it's probably come out of a later 70s or early 80s model square body truck. I don't really know. So I went, got one, wrong one, sent my dad back to get one. They gave him the wrong one, so I ended up having to go back again and order the right one. I'm hoping is the right one. Stupid stuff. I'm telling you, used to stuff like for these old trucks, Matilda over here, whatever, any of these old Chevrolets, small block, big block, whatever, AutoZone, Advanced, O'Reilly's, Napa, they had anything you needed. And anymore, when I go down there, I've got to order everything. They don't have anything in stock. They're just not carrying this stuff like they used to. I've had to actually order a small block water pump, small block fuel pump, thermostat housing gaskets, stupid things. Valve cover gaskets. I've had to order valve cover gaskets for a small block because they didn't have anything in stock, which typically a lot of that stuff anymore, if I'm on Rock Auto, eBay, whatever, if I order one, I'll order 10 just to have it. I've got stuff hanging all over my walls here. And really, that's what you got to do if you're fooling with this old junk because, again, you run to AutoZone, they don't have it. They got to order it. It's going to be tomorrow or the next day or whatever. And it just, it sucks because just like on this truck, I need to get the distributor, the carburetor. I need to get it wired up, get the plug wires and stuff hooked up. But I'm being held up on all that over an oil sending unit. Now, I could probably go ahead and put the distributor and stuff in it, but it's going to hold me up putting the oil sending unit in because you've got to get in there and fight around that distributor. Right now it's wide open. So I'm just waiting on a little 90 that I'm hoping Tim has. I should have had 100 of them. A lot of this stuff I get to looking for, I don't have it, I can't find it. I think, man, I know I got 100 of those laying around. But you know what? I've used a lot of it over the years, fooling with so many of these trucks and cars and stuff, these old Chevrolets. I've used a lot of my stuff up. I don't have much anymore, again, just because I've used it. And you don't really think nothing about it till you can't get it. But anyway, I say all that to say this. If you're on Rock Auto, if you order set of valve cover gaskets, thermostat housing gasket, water pump, whatever, order you an extra one or two just to have around. Again, if you're fooling with this old stuff and you think maybe in the future you might use it, it would be well worth its money just to have it sitting around. So anyway, that's where we're at on the 75. Just a lot of little kinks, a lot of little holdups. The transmission lines, I actually had a set of those. I should have had several sets, but that's the only set I could find. Bolts, brackets, just a whole bunch of junk. The shifting rod, we was trying to find a spring and stuff for it. Just little parts and pieces, that should have been with the truck that weren't. And that's where a lot of your time goes on stuff. Something like this, I would rather, this truck didn't have a motor or anything in it. I would rather this truck be sitting here with a rod through the oil pan with everything on it and just have to change the motor out. I guarantee you it would have been done already. But we've been fighting with the drive shaft. I've had hundreds of drive shafts, and I've used them. I've used one or two on some of Primary's best trucks. I've used a bunch on mine. So anyway, I've checked every drive shaft I've got. I've still got several, but I don't have anything that'll work on this. Tim's got one found. He's going to shorten it a couple inches or so and get it to me. So anyway, again, just stupid little stuff holding me up on this truck. Hopefully, we'll get this thing fired tomorrow, I hope. There's Matilda. It's acting a little bit silly with me. I drove it today to town, and it's wanting to idle kind of rough, and then you get in the gas, it'll straighten up. I kind of checked, make sure I didn't have any plug wires burn on the manifold, anything like that. Nothing obvious is going on. I'm going to change the fuel pump. This fuel pump, I have no idea when it was put on the car, but I know the motor and stuff's been in the car for quite a few years, and it's set for a long time. So I've been wanting to change that fuel pump anyway. I believe I've run the life out of it. I'm going to go ahead and change it. It looks good, but of course you don't know what is going on inside. So we'll change it just for peace of mind. And I'm going to check the timing. I adjusted the timing on this car, and I don't remember if I tightened it down or not. So maybe my distributor moved just a little bit. The timing may be a little bit low. If that's not it, and the fuel pump's not it, then I will start fooling with the carburetor. It's something silly. It's not a big deal. I'll get it figured out. Again, I've not even really looked at it. But the fuel pump, I've been wanting to change it anyway, again, just for peace of mind, because I know this one's definitely been setting for a long time. Here's a couple GMC grills, and you'll see Tim Dixon's hood sitting here. Don't get on me. You see the stupid shovel leaned up against. It's not hurting a thing. It's got a rubber handle on it. It's just leaning against it, and it's up against this carpet. Of course, the hood's on the carpet, leaning on the wall. Guys, I've had 100 hoods leaned up against walls and stuff. I've had them fall down. I've had them flip over, and it's not mine. So I'm trying to do everything I can to keep it from sliding. Again, that rubber handle is not going to hurt a thing. I will be sanding and buffing this truck. I've just kind of got it leaned up against there. I don't think it would even help if it decided to fall, but the shovel was hanging up here, and I didn't want it hanging above it and falling. You can see these two things here were hanging above it. So just sort of put them down here, and I leaned it up against it. Maybe it might help it sturdy it up just a little bit. Who knows? Bought two grills yesterday. This one's for a 71 or 72. This one's for a 69. Neither grill is perfect. This one looks a little better, but it's got just a couple little dings in it. This grill is spotless as far as dents. You can see that's from a bird. But as far as dings and dents, there's absolutely none. This would be a really good grill to have redone, replated. I know that would be expensive, but to be honest with you, I think I gave $120 for both grills. If it cost me $1,000, $1,500 to have one of them replated, that would be fine. Just because, a new grill's $1,000 with these headlight bezels. So, again, my truck's a 69. This is a 71 or 2. This is the one I would have redone if I was going to have one redone. And this, what do they call this, a header valance or something. That grill doesn't have it on it, but it's the same from 68 to 72, I believe. Again, you can see just the little marked differences in the 69 grills compared to the, you can see this here is a little different. They're just a little different, little subtle differences, but, and I think they had black in different places, or maybe one of them was body color. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Again, I'm fixing the truck for me if I fix it. But, maybe I'll find a better grill on down the road. Again, I could buy a new one, but I don't like the way they fit. They're a pain in the butt. And the guy I actually bought both of these from, he had a new grill that would not work. It just absolutely would not fit. It was so far off. He had another grill redone, and he's actually selling that new grill, and I passed on it. I just bought these two GM pieces. But really, again, a lot of times you're better off to have this GM stuff fixed if you're wanting a nice truck. Now, his new grill would probably work on mine, but he's got a slick truck. He wanted it right. But again, this truck would be great, if I just kind of went, patina on the truck, just kind of sprayed it and made it look patinaed. That grill would be perfect. But if I was going to do it right, I'd probably have this one redone. Again, it's a 69. Some people may knock me because it's a 71 or 2 grill. I really don't care. It's just a truck. It's a grill. It's not a big deal. Anyway, that's where we're at. I'll get back on this thing sometime. No hurry. It's not hurting a thing. It's not eating nothing, and it's really not for sale. Well, it could be bought, but it's not for sale, if that makes any sense. We'll get back on this thing tomorrow, hopefully do a video of me starting it. Be a first start in a very long time for this old truck, and get it moving, running up down the road good. Then I can pull it in here, and I'm gonna do a little taping on the truck and start blocking it, and then we'll buff it, and hopefully I can do some videos on that. Y'all have a good one, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.